Rolls, unrolls, unrolls. And I'm not talking about my abdominals. I'm talking about
Rose for the hose.
Post-workout at Greg's restaurant.
For them gains.
That's the only reason we have gains.
Carbs.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell you what we got, even though you can kind of see it. All I'm going to tell you is gains are being made right now. Some of them are in the fluffy department, many in the muscle department. You're going to have to go on Goku Flex's channel to get the lowdown on exactly what we're eating.
You will get the lowdown.
The whole lowdown.
Everything.
We reviewed every single plate like it was a supplement.
Wrestling match, everything.
Everything.
Who will win?
Who will win?
Out of the biceps.
Seriously, go subscribe to his channel. Don't be a dick.
Is currently curating a Hello Kitty exhibit at a museum in Los Angeles. Yana was corrected by Samuel.
Tell me my shirt came in.
I don't know if it came in or not.
I'm pissed. Well, I'm not.
I don't think it came in, but Ricky, this is Goku Flex. That's Matt.
Dude, that's why I was waiting for the fucking shirt. Dude, because I got a shirt that says Goku's Gym right here.
It's better. That's fucking weird. So allegedly, Hello Kitty is actually a human British girl. Hello Kitty is actually a human British girl named Kitty White with her own backstory.
Wow, that's stupid. I don't even like Hello Kitty anymore.
Is a twin in perpetual third grade. According to the Times, she's
Because Ricky's all about his aesthetics now. Come here. Come here. Not to put you in the spot or anything, but peeled off the shirt. Show Ricky the aesthetics. Come in the kitchen light. Kitchen light. Oh, you're... Yeah, no homo.
Aesthetics versus...
He looks good. He looks good.
Yeah, he does. He's not bad. Look at this kid. Just hit a flex or something. Do a little more muscular. You also want to talk about the chest genetics there, Ricky. He makes your...
Oh, yeah, he makes my chest look bitch. Oh, I got that in that too, though.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm a fan of it.
I like that.
Hello Kitty has a twin sister.
So me and Matt got some pretty nasty training footage. Oh, excuse me. Matt and I got some pretty nasty training footage. The last day he was here, we smashed triceps, killed shoulders. It was awesome. We hit some biceps, did arms nice and heavy, just like back in the day, like I used to do when I was trying to grow my arms beastly. So if you want to see that workout footage, make sure you go to Matt's channel in the info box below and check it out. I'm not even going to show it. I'm going to let you go to his channel and watch it because he uploaded all of it. And make sure you subscribe to him. He's an awesome dude. I'm here to bring you something a little different today on my channel. See that nice ass tripod right there? That's not what we're using for this Q&A. We're using a turned over vase with a spoon. And it's a cheap vase at that. And I think we got this cheap vase for free as a hand-me-down on top of it. So we're using that as a tripod. The spoon plays a very important role in propping the camera up at just the right angle. Boom. Set up against walls. Looks like a professional white screen. We have Goku Flex sipping his evening coffee here. It's actually Hawaiian coffee, courtesy of him.
Ready to go.
Look at the way his chest just billows out of his tank top. Is that weird for me to say? Maybe, I mean, I'm impressed.
I'm just sipping my morning coffee, looking sexy as fuck.
And if you don't think I'm sexy, nobody cares what you think.
Nobody cares what you think.
So if you guys are following me on Instagram, I love you. It's at NickRayNWB. And I've tagged my friend Goku Flex here on his Instagram as well. It is actually just Goku Flex. And I basically posted up saying, hey, I'm collaborating with this monster. Ask us questions, do a Q&A. And 60 comments later, you guys did a really poor job at asking us questions. I think most people were distracted at how good this kid actually looks. They're like, oh my God, someone's actually aesthetic on Nick's Instagram for once. And then, of course, you have the age-old battle of natural, non-natural that happens in every single fitness post ever in anywhere in America. Or any country, I guess. I don't know why I had to say America. That wasn't right of me. But, so... Anyway, we got like 5 questions. But we got like 5 questions on the fan page too, because we had the same mess. The fan page got like 100-something comments and still only like 5 questions. But you know what? That's like a combined 10 questions, and that's just the right amount for a Q&A.
So that's what we're going to do. Answer those 10 questions.
So those of you that actually ask Q&A questions feel very, very privileged right now because we're directing these specifically to you. Look into the lens, not the actual screen if you can. I'm just making sure we're good, and I want it tilted up a little bit more.
I got one for you.
Okay, ask.
Kid, this is from Brad. Nick Wright, NWB, do you see yourself ever competing in bodybuilding some years down the road?
Yeah. I mean, I did for 7 years straight, starting when I was 14. It's obviously like in my blood. I love bodybuilding. I'll never be, fully out of bodybuilding. I have gotten fluffy, I know, but like I could never become like the full-on just fat-looking powerlifter. I need to, like, I'll always want to maintain a physique. So I imagine, like, down the line, I could definitely see myself catching the bug. Since I got so addicted to it back in the day, I could definitely see it happening again in the future. But right now, it's just like, you know, I'm on something new, something refreshing, and I'm loving that. And that's the powerlifting. But I'm still maintaining the bodybuilding lifestyle within it. So, possibly. I'm never going to say no. Never say never. Justin Bieber. Do you plan, this one's to me. I'll find one for you too in 1 second. Do you plan on to stay fluffy forever? It really discredits your credibility when you're just fat. You cut once and that was it. Do it again. It really discredits your credibility as a question asker if you think I've only cut just once. Never mind like the 8 competitions I've done, the cover I got on a magazine, and the multiple photo shoots I've done. And I'm clearly just fat. What do your arms measure, Matt?
My arms currently measure at 17.5. So same size as Nick's.
Yeah, but he's got lean muscles, so this is
same size as
his
Nick's.
look beastly.
So 18's coming soon. We're shooting for 18's at least, hopefully by ending next year. Give it a year. Being natural, it takes time, especially since I've been lifting for 10 years. I think that ½ inch is going to take at least another year to come, if not more. I'm hoping by at least next year. After, I'm going to start transitioning into a lean bulk. So I will start putting on a little bit of body fat, but trying to keep it nice and lean. So hopefully I can get those 18s through that process.
So that brings us on to the next question for you, actually. What exactly did you do to keep the naturalness and get that big and shredded? So, I'm just gonna.
So he's asking me why I look unnatural. But how do I stay? What? All right.
See, that could be him just trying to be a smart ass to me and like, how did you hide your side effects because you're not natural? But I'm gonna actually flip the question around because this is actually interesting as well. How did you get this big while remaining this lean, like as a natural? Because that's not really easy to do, to gain size, like proportions, and stay lean.
Okay. Basically, it just takes time. Like a lot of you guys ask me, I get this question a lot, you know, how'd you build your chest, how'd you build your back? A lot of these different questions like pertaining to different muscle groups and how'd you get your aesthetics, and it just takes time. Like if you're a new lifter, then just focus on the major compound lifts, you know, the bench, the squat, the deadlift, you know, some kind of shoulder press, overhead press.
Those are better than isolation movements.
Exactly.
For hitting muscle hypertrophy.
Yep. Focus on the big lifts. Then put some time, go through some bulking, some cutting, some bulking. If you're young, like when I was 16, all I did was bulk.
Do you recommend doing like a heavy, what they call dirty bulk? Like what I did, got extra fluffy? I personally think lean bulking is the optimal way to go.
No, I'm not a fan of the dirty bulking. I've tried dirty bulking and I didn't see much progress.
Yeah.
Like I ended up just losing up a lot of weight once I cut back down
again. How it goes, yeah.
And I lost a lot of strength in the process too, because especially with your pressing strength, it has to do a lot with how heavy you are, your body weight. It affects it a lot. So I'm not a huge fan of lean bulk, dirty bulking. I am a big fan of lean bulking. So just put in the time. Like I've been working out for 10 years, which is more than a lot of people.
That's a full decade.
Yeah, a full decade.
Yeah.
And I can probably count on like one hand the amount of breaks that I took in that year. And if I did take breaks, it was like maybe a week, 2 weeks. Granted, my training wasn't optimal because of the information that's out today. Like me and Nick was talking about this yesterday. Yep. When I started at 16 years old, all we had was the Arnold Encyclopedia. We didn't have anything. We had like muscle fitness. Like
we were to say that. I met kids, like shout out to like the Miles brothers on Instagram. I meet them at a lot of Texas events. These kids are like, I'm meeting tons of kids who are like 16 years old. Yeah. Looking in better shape than like any of the YouTubers even. Like you guys have a lot of resources now that anybody who started lifting, you know, 5 years ago even didn't have.
These YouTube channels, like these like what I like about the YouTube fitness community is it's a group of natural bodybuilders preaching that natural lifestyle and just trying to pay it forward. And that's why I started my channel, because I look at it to help those same kids that are 16, 17, 18 years old, to help them. And this new generation of bodybuilders coming up, are gonna have phenomenal physiques.
What do you believe is the best way to get out of a rut in training and begin gaining lean muscle tissue again? A rut's kind of unspecific. I mean, you gotta be a little more specific.
Okay, well, first off, most of the time it's the nutrition, I think.
Usually it's a nutrition issue, I think.
Look at how much calories you're getting. Like, for people bulking, you should at least get a gram of protein per pound of body weight.
And that's a very, like, rough guideline.
Exactly.
In a lot of cases, that's even too much protein, to be honest. But
in majority of cases, it'll be too much. But I think it's a safe bet just because you always want to be. I'd rather be over on my protein than under.
And then you can slowly dwindle it down if you need to.
Exactly.
But yeah, eating's a lot of it, dude. Eating is a lot of it. You may need time off from the gym. It really depends on what your rut is.
Yeah.
But eating and just really being consistent, that's the biggest part of it. I'll tell you this from my experience. I'm not familiar with Olympic lifting, so I can't speak for Olympic lifting. But powerlifting, strength training in general, is probably the only area in which your training might be a bigger cause of a plateau than your eating. Like with powerlifting, your programming will make or break you, and hitting a plateau will come from your training programming 100%.
Yep.
More than eating. And eating's still very, very important. If you're not eating correctly, you're not going to make the gains, you're not going to be strong.
Yep.
But powerlifting's like the only area where like your training will be a bigger cause of an issue. But when it comes to bodybuilding though, and just physique building in general, it's really like 90% eating. It's going to be eating. Because the training for building physiques is, I'm not trying to downplay it, I'm not saying it's not hard. It's the training I did for 7-8 years. But it's less taxing on the central nervous system. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to adapt to and it's much easier to recover from. So basically, as long as you're just training consistently, you'll be fine. Yeah. Leaving only your eating to be the wild card. Mm-hmm. So really, it's mostly going to be your eating if you're not into strength training. Low carb, especially because you take clients on. He actually takes clients on. Do you want to tell them how you can?
Yeah. So I do online coaching. If you guys are interested in online coaching, shoot me an email. It's gokuflex@yahoo.com. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. And here's a question for you: low carb diet, for examples, keto, ketosis, or just if it fits your macros for cutting for skinny fat beginner.
I don't like keto diets.
Nor do I.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first got in, like, learning about diet and nutrition, I tried the keto diet just just to learn firsthand. As coaches, especially, you need to know firsthand. You need to try things, see what works.
Yeah.
Did not like it at all. If it fits your macros, fits everyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did keto as well for a show. For a natural guy, I really don't recommend it as far as dieting for a show anyway, because it's really it's hard to stay full and maintain size as a natural. You'll whittle down into a pencil on it. I mean, it's fine health wise because fat actually is what supports hormones. But the thing is, the keto diet originally was made for medical reasons, made for epilepsy, and now they're finding that it may actually help with cancer as well, because cancerous cells can't survive off of fat ketones. They can only survive off of the carb sources, off of sugar, glucose, blood sugar. Whereas your regular cells can survive off of both, glucose being the primary source, but then they can survive off of fat ketones perfectly if you cancel out carbohydrates. So it was made for medical reasons. And I actually had somebody, I forget the name, but I do read my comments, I had somebody recently say that they like keto and that they did make a few, is in a recent video, I don't want to say I argued with them, I just debated with them. It was good points, we were just discussing our ends of it. And they did make some very, very, very valid points that I thought were quite interesting. And he was basically just suggesting ways in which people use it wrong, and ways that you could use it to really benefit you. Which is, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that. I'd like to look into it more, but in general, I don't like it for dieting, for losing fat.
Here's the thing on keto dieting: if you want quick fat loss, you'll get it.
It'll do it,
You'll get it. I mean, it puts you in a big deficit, depending on how you do it. But for the most people, they just drop calories like crazy. It puts you in a big deficit. You drop, 10, 15 pounds really fast, but you'll plateau also really fast on it. And at the end of the plateau, you're not going to feel the greatest. When I was on a keto diet, I felt like shit. So
yeah, me too. Bottom line, guys, it's like this. The negatives of a keto, in my opinion, you lose size. Unless you're on juice. The big juiced up dudes, they do it all the time because they take stuff that keeps them full and big. But if you're natural, you're going to lose all your size, your fullness, you're going to feel like crap a lot of times. And at the end of the day though, some people like it. If it works for you, use it. Bottom line though, it's not proven to be any more beneficial than a regular caloric deficit with carbohydrates included. AKA, it might be fast, like you said, it is a quick fix. You drop carbs, like you're cutting out an entire macronutrients. You will drop the weight fast. But at the very end of the day, after a long duration, you can get just as shredded and lean with carbohydrates just by manipulating your caloric intake as you go. So that's about it, guys, for questions. Please subscribe to Matt Keto. Dude is awesome. Humble guy. Incredible physique. Dude, I've seen his videos. He's down to earth. He's got an awesome channel that really, I'm really surprised it's not even a bigger channel yet. So hopefully it'll become a bigger channel now. Glad I got to work with him. So thank you guys for your questions. Subscribe to him. His channel is in the info box below. Tell him Nick sent you on his latest video. And dude, just follow him. You'll love it for real. Please like this video for peace and prosperity. Subscribe now. I'll see y'all soon. Love y'all. Peace. We also got to do the intro, stay put.